All right, here up for sale we have our all original, a 1992 Ford F250. It's XLT 4x4. It's got the extended cab long bed, so the full 8-foot bed. 460 overdrive automatic, all power options. Really rare color combo. It looks great. When the sun comes out, it kind of pops up a little bit brighter. And then just got a UPS truck cruising by here real quick. And you know, in the shade and the kind of overcast days, it'll look a little darker. But by the Marty report, it looks like only about a little over 500 came with this color combo of the Bimini blue and the silver metallic. 100% all original paint. It's amazing. It's that this truck is coming up to, or actually is 33 years old. It was built in, I believe, I'll look at the Marty report, but January of 1992. Always been a local truck. Was sold new at a Ford dealership, Fugit Ford. Just a little southeast of Seattle. So we're gonna go ahead and walk around this. It's, you know, not perfect obviously, because it's you know, it's been on the road, always registered, hasn't missed a year, 33 years, 199,000 miles. So we'll go ahead and get into it and walk around. This truck looks great, you know, when it's got a little bit of road grime on it. You know, it's a little bit dirty from running around the rain, or it's all shined up. So you can see the corner lights are nice and clear, but you get this dirty area. It's just an area where dirt goes into, and you really can't get it out because it's sealed right here. But you can buy aftermarket lights. Got a tiny bit of condensation right here. I'm not really too sure what that was from. It wasn't there when I bought it. So and the corner lights are nice and smooth. The grill's nice. A little bit of aging in the chrome there, but it's not chipped off or anything. Let's see. You could buy all new lights. This was so great about this OBS, the 92 to 97 body style. You can get all new lights. You can get tail lights for literally like 25 bucks at the door. You could get new grill, bumpers, everything you could want. But the bumper looks great. Chrome's nice. Very minimal aging. A little scuff in the black area there. In the it's nice that it's got the silver two-tone because you don't notice these stone chips as much. But you do have stone chips along this valance. Again, original paint. I'm a huge advocate, love it, the original paint. So I'll take stone chips, I'll take scratches and little dings and dents. The outside, it's tough to see, but just on the hood and the roof, more the roof than the hood, it looks like it definitely sat underneath a tree at some point and got tree sap on it. And those little buggers will make marks in the paint. So maybe hard to see in the photos and videos, but I'll try to do some close-ups. Hopefully you guys can see some of this stuff. It's throughout the hood, which is a bit of a bummer. This area here has got a little aging in it, so a little bit. It looks like it's cracked, but it doesn't feel like it's like a chip or nothing. And then you got some tiny normal stone chips along the front here, bigger one there. So I'll take you around here to the cowl area. Got a little bit of dust there. We had the windshield replaced. Hopefully you guys can check out all the photos, about 350 photos. We're gonna do get it up on the lift, do full photos with flash. This is kind of common. You'll see this on a lot of the 92 to 93 trucks. This metal just vibrates over time. It's the same as if you put aftermarket fender flares on there. You'll get a little rib after a few years. But it has chipped the paint here, and that's why you'll see in 94, 5, 6, and 7, they have a little rubber gasket there to protect the body. It's got 2020 tires, lots of tread left. You can see the brake lines were replaced. Original pinstriping. The lower pinstriping looks fantastic. The driver's side looks great too. And you know it's original pinstriping because it's all one piece, you know. If somebody gets body work done, they don't make these anymore, so you usually have to get like silver on top of blue and you'll feel it. But the other side is chipped, and I'll show you that. Couple little marks in the paint here. Of course, you're gonna get some stone chips along the bottom, a little bit of marks in the body side molding. You got some entry chips right there. The GoPro seems to kind of reflect more of a royal blue, but it is like a kind of like a medium to light metallic blue, and the photos will kind of reflect that too. Some aging in the top of the door handles. The window sweeps have been replaced. They're really nice and soft. You got your original mirrors. They're aged, kind of expected stuff for 33 years old. You got some chips up here, some larger ones, just a little bit larger than normal. You got some scratches along here. It's got the tonneau cover. It does come with the, you know, this era, the 92s and 97s or 94s didn't come with the Alcoa wheel option. That was later. So they were just steel wheels, but we do have the original hubcaps if the new owner wants to go to steel wheels and caps. But I think these saw blade aluminum wheels, just, they look era correct. I love it. The bedside does have a couple little chips right here. Had a camper on at one point, so you just get these marks from doing stuff like that. A little scuffing in the paint there. And it's smooth, so you might be able to polish that out. Lower side's really nice. Cab corners are nice, so we'll get the bottom side of that up on the lift too. Got a kind of scratch there, but actually the bed sides are really nice. I mean, you got some tiny chips like that, a little scratch there, but no big side loading scratches coming all the way down. You got a scratch right there, and oftentimes around the gas doors you'll get a lot of scratching, but it's really not bad at all. Original decal. When you get these painted, you get overspray on that stuff, so it's nice to see. Another sign of the original paint. Again, through there, super clean. Just a little bit of scuffing in the paint there. A little chipping in the pinstriping. A little bit of edge along there, a little chipping. This is really the only, maybe what you call body damage, but it's got a little dent here. And, you know, this probably hit the bumper and tweaked it. That's why the bumper's been replaced with an aftermarket one, sure step. That's not a factory deal. Little dent there. Tail lights are nice and smooth. Super common for the lower light to be a little dark. You got some wear on the corner there. You got a scratch here. And on the passenger side quarter panel, probably went along here. Didn't do any paint damage, but it's a very slight. You can only notice at certain angles where it looks kind of like a shadow, but it's just a very slight little indent in the metal, but it's very thin. It's not a big one. I mean, most people won't even notice it. You got your, I would say probably definitely had a canopy on it at one point. And there was this is just kind of some wear in the center area. Might also be when I had the camper on there, might have had something hanging off and wearing on that. The bottom area does have a couple areas of, you know, this era did have some chipping, but this truck doesn't really suffer from it. It's just in those little silver area here. You got a dent in the little trim panel and a little crack right there. Again, the bed sides are really nice. Again, this is what I was talking about. It does have some chipping in the pinstriping. You know, you're gonna have a chip there. You're gonna have little stone chips like that, and you'll see those in all the videos. And if you need more close-ups, let me know. I'm kind of going around and just pointing anything that might be out of ordinary. Again, you have some wear right here because it's, you know, it is 33 years old, so you are gonna have these tiny chips throughout the bottom. A little chip and the pinstriping. We do photos along both body lines all the way down, so hopefully you guys can gauge that. There is some just a little bit of wear in the clear coat. It's not flaking. It looks like it's basically went this way a long time ago and hasn't spread. Again, on top of the door, you got a little bit. No chipping on the silver here. And go ahead and take you around to the driver's side. And I'll pop the hood on the driving video, and just so they don't get too long, I like to separate them up a little bit. Interior is really nice, no dash cracks. It's got the dark gray, which is nice to see over the blue. And then you got a little bit of wear, which is common in this piece. And you can just pop these out with a screwdriver and get a new one. Has a steering wheel cover on it. The steering wheel edge is worn, but it doesn't have any slits and it's not loose or anything. It's just the black has turned to worn leather look. Seats are in nice shape. It just has a little bit of wear here. There's a lot of parts about this interior that stand out to me that it was taken care of, because the armrests are usually broken. Both of them spring up nice. I mean, this is very minimal wear for 33 years old. Door panel, you have a little wear here. Both speaker covers, these are metal, and they do just kind of get a little surface rusty sometimes, so you can pop them out and paint them dark gray or black. So you do have a little bit of fading and wear on the top of the door panel here, but again, the door jamb paint is really nice. You know, a little dirty at the bottom, of course. This is wore out. I'm gonna try to get a new one, so the dome light doesn't come on when you open up the driver's door. original decal. You can see no tape lines, no overspray, just all original paint. One of the other things that's usually missing is these little black guys. They pop out so you can clean them, or if you want to put a bigger cup holder in there. But what happens is people take like a Slurpee cup or something like that, big gulp, and stick it in there. And this guy with the condensation, it's like sticking a 5-gallon bucket in a 5-gallon bucket, and it'll come out with it, and they throw it away, and then they're missing. Another piece that's usually missing is this centerpiece in the center console. These are often broken. It's just in great shape. All of the knobs are nice. Trailer brake controller. Dash pad's got no cracks. Headliner's in really nice shape. There is a little mark on the other side. It looks like someone's lifting up a cardboard box and snagged it. There's pictures underneath. The carpet's in nice shape. You know, it's the dark gray, so you're gonna get a little bit of fading here and there. It's got mats front and rear. My kids have, look like I got a cupcake in here. I do drive all these, so shoot me any questions. The center area's got a little weird area. You got war right there. Sun's starting to pop out here, so we'll get a little bit of shadowing, but hopefully you guys, there's no holes or marks in the back. Oftentimes because this panel is metal, they'll get just, for some reason, I've had a ton of these, probably over 100 OBS trucks over the last decade and a half. A lot of times they just get surface rust. It's just kind of weird. They put really thin paint on there. So I'll take you around. I'll do a video and photos with the tonneau cover rolled up. It's a great tonneau cover. Original floor mats that came with it, which is amazing. 33 years, and they're not perfect, but so cool to see them still with the truck. All right, now we're inside. Basically, passenger seat is meant a little bit of wear here, and it's just the design of the seat. You sit down, and then it wants to rest up against this. But look how nice that little black knob is. Again, armrest, superb. No marks on the dash. No scuffing on the glove box. This glides in and out. Super clean ashtray. I don't think it's ever been used. No smells or odors in here. Not musty, no dog smell, nothing like that. Both these work if you need to charge up a couple of phones. Oh, it looks like they did, I don't know if they had a CB at one point, but there's some random screws that are drilled into this. I did find a new boot and plastic piece that we're gonna get ordered up, and it's gonna be on its way, and we can provide that to the new owner too. And it's just 4 screws, and you pull the knob off too. So both door jambs are really nice and clean. This one does have a little bit of chipping right here. You can tell it happened a long time ago. Again, no rust on this truck. It's super solid, always a Northwest truck. Just, a nice truck, taken care of, good, honest truck. Again, you got the surface rust here, but no real door panel wear on this one. Maybe a little bit of aging on the trim here. But other than that, this is just a killer truck. You can just hear how it closes too. Power windows, power door locks, all that stuff works. And I will show you that in the driving video. Now you can kind of see the sun coming out. Again, not really sure why this GoPro, usually it's nailed on, but it shows it a little bit darker blue. But it's definitely, the photos you'll see is the color of it. And if you need to look at backup, go ahead and Google search 1992 Ford Bimini Blue. And the color code is gonna be right here. It'll be K3. All right. So should be a super cool truck for the next owner.